Imagine holding in your hand not just a piece of modern currency, but a piece of history, minted to honor one of the most consequential yet often overlooked presidents in American history. The James K. Polk presidential dollar coin tells a story that stretches far beyond its golden surface. It represents the legacy of a man who expanded the borders of the United States in ways that forever changed the nation, and it ties into one of the most ambitious coin programs ever created by the United States Mint. This coin is not just money, it is a tribute, a collectible, a historical artifact, and a conversation starter. And today we are going to dive into everything about it. The James K. Polk presidential dollar was released as part of the United States Presidential $1 Coin Program, a series that began in 2007 and aimed to honor every American president who had passed away by featuring them on a circulating dollar coin, Polk the 11th. President of the United States appears on the 2009 issue, and the coin itself offers an incredible opportunity for collectors to learn about him, his presidency, and the story of the minting program. When the presidential dollar program was announced, it was a bold plan to bring attention to dollar coins, which had historically struggled to gain acceptance in everyday commerce, going all the way back to the Susan B. Anthony dollar in 1979 and the Sacagawea dollar in 2000. The public never really embraced these coins, yet the Mint had a new idea to not only encourage circulation, but also teach Americans about their own history. By putting the presidents on them, James K. Polk's coin came in the middle of this ambitious program, which released 4 presidents per year in order of service from George Washington onward. Polk's coin specifically was the 11th in the series, issued in 2009, following coins for William Henry Harrison, John Tyler, and Zachary Taylor. Polk's coin was released on August 20th, 2009, and it immediately gained interest not just from coin collectors but also from history enthusiasts who understood the immense impact Polk had on shaping the United States as we know it today. Now let us step into the design of this coin. On the obverse, or front of, the dollar coin, you see a portrait of James K. Polk designed and sculpted by United States Mint sculptor engraver Charles Vickers. It is a bold and dignified image of Polk showing him in formal attire, representing his role as president. Around the portrait are the inscriptions, James K. Polk, 11th President, 1845 to 1849. Marking the years he served in office, this obverse design captures the seriousness of Polk's leadership, a man known for his determination and relentless pursuit of his goals. On the reverse, or back of the coin, you find the familiar image of the Statue of Liberty designed by Don Everhart, which was used across the entire presidential dollar series. The inscriptions include United States of America and $1, the reverse. Design was meant to be iconic, patriotic, and consistent across the program, giving collectors a unifying symbol to link all the presidents together. One fascinating detail about these coins is that instead of putting mottos on the obverse, or reverse, the Mint decided to inscribe them on the edge of the coin. You will find "In God We Trust," "E Pluribus Unum," and "The Year of Minting," along with the Mint mark on the edge lettering, which makes the coin unique and a little more challenging for casual observers to appreciate fully. This small change generated controversy in the early years of the program, as some critics argued that moving "In God We Trust" to the edge diminished its prominence. The James K. Polk presidential dollar was minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, with proof versions struck at the San Francisco Mint. Millions of these coins were produced for circulation, though as with most presidential dollars, they saw limited use in everyday transactions. Instead, they became highly collectible and often remained in rolls, mint sets, and proof sets distributed to collectors. The condition of these coins matters greatly when it comes to value. High-grade uncirculated or proof examples can fetch premiums, particularly for collectors who build complete presidential dollar sets. But the true richness of the James K. Polk dollar coin lies in the story of the man it honors. James Knox Polk was born in 1795 in North Carolina and later moved with his family to Tennessee. He was a protege of Andrew Jackson and became known as Young Hickory, reflecting his loyalty to Old Hickory Polk. Rose through the ranks of politics, serving as Speaker of the House of Representatives and later as Governor of Tennessee before. His surprise nomination as the Democratic candidate for president in 1844, his campaign was built around Expansion Manifest Destiny and the promise to serve only one term, if elected. Once in office, Polk proved to be one of the most effective presidents. In American history, he had 4 major goals and he accomplished every single one. He settled the Oregon boundary dispute with Great Britain, securing the Pacific Northwest. He oversaw the annexation of Texas, which had already been set in motion, but became a flashpoint in his presidency. He reduced tariffs and re-established an independent treasury system, and most significantly, he led the nation through the Mexican-American War, which resulted in the United States acquiring vast new territories, including present-day California, Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, Utah, and parts of Colorado and Wyoming. By the end of his presidency, the United States had expanded its territory by over a third, fulfilling the vision of Manifest Destiny. This coin, therefore, does not simply honor a president, it honors a transformative era. In American history, Polk's policies had long-lasting consequences, including intensifying debates over slavery in the new territories and setting the stage for the Civil War. Yet, his achievements in expanding the nation are undeniable when collectors hold a James K. Polk dollar. They are reminded of a presidency that was both powerful and controversial, efficient, yet divisive, transformative, yet limited to a single term as. Polk kept his promise not to seek re-election. The presidential dollar series itself is a story worth telling. The United States Mint launched it to inspire interest in both coins and history. The coins were released at ceremonies, often with historical reenactments, educational programs, and strong marketing campaigns. But despite the efforts, the dollar coins continued to struggle in circulation. Americans preferred paper dollar bills, and the Federal Reserve banks found themselves with vaults full of unused dollar coins. By 2011, the program was scaled back and coins were produced primarily for collectors rather than for everyday use. Yet for collectors, the Polk coin remains a key part of the series in examining the James K. Polk presidential. $1 can also explore the broader themes of American coinage design, how coins reflect national identity, how the mint balances artistry with function, and how special programs can revive interest in collecting for those building full sets. The Polk coin represents a midpoint in the early presidential years for those focused on individual presidents. It is a shining tribute to one of the most impactful leaders in the nation's history, and for numismatists, it is a fascinating object that captures the tensions of a modern minting program. As you can see, the story of this coin intertwines numismatic history, political history, and cultural history, and that is what makes it so compelling, from the intricate details of its design to the broader context of Polk's presidency, from the challenges of the dollar coin in circulation to the enduring appeal of commemorative programs. This is far more than a piece of metal. It is a lesson, a legacy, and a reminder of how one leader's vision helped shape the map of the United States. The James K. Polk presidential dollar is therefore both collectible and educational, both valuable and symbolic, and it offers us the chance to hold history in the palm of our hand.